Cooking. I'm Chef Sam, and for today we are going to make a chicken recipe which is less than 10 minutes, and it's called cream chicken with bell peppers and mushrooms. Ayan. So first off, iwain lang natin tong chicken natin. So yung ginamit ko is chicken breast. You can use thighs or wings, depende sa inyo, pero para sa akin, ito kasi yung pinakamadaling lutuin, chicken breast. Then we're going to julienne some bell peppers. So guys, when I say julienne, it's a French term for cutting vegetables. Like, for instance, so ginagamit natin ngayon, bell pepper. Strips lang siya, thin strips. Tapos kapag kinug mo ang julienne, nagiging brunoise. Which in English term is mince. So we're just gonna julienne the bell pepper. Button mushrooms for this recipe. Pero pwede rin kayong gumamit ng oyster mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, portobello mushrooms, whichever is available on your pantry. Repeat na natin. See guys, napakadaling gawin, napakadaling i-prep, napakadaling lutuin, sarap pa. Ayan. So, ito na siya. Guys, we're done again with another great recipe. I hope you guys enjoyed and you learned from it. Try this at home and I'm sure your family and friends will love it. So for more recipes and tips, join me again next time on another episode of What's Cooking, only here on Wake Up Ilocos.
Yan po ang ating featured What's Cooking episode. I hope you enjoyed that. Ngayon naman, mapunta tayo sa ating
Ilocano Act segment kung saan makikilala natin ang isang young, smart at energetic na Sangguniang Bayan member of Santa Ilocos Sur. Walang iba kundi si Miss Nadine Bello. Kaya let's all watch this.
Welcome back here in Wake Up Ilocos. At nandito na naman tayo ngayon sa isang episode or sa ating segment na Ilocano Act. And today, we are here at Santa Ilocos to feature another isang napakagaling, napakabata, at saka napakasipag na leader po natin dito sa Ilocano, of course. It is a great honor and privilege to introduce to you at makakapanayon natin up close at live na live ngayong araw na ito. Please welcome Miss Nadine Bello. Good morning, Miss Nadine. Welcome here in Wake Up Ilocos po. You can greet your friends muna.
Hello everyone. I'm here with
Delmar.
Kuya Delmar. Kuya Delmar, and to share some of things about myself and our programs in Santa.
Yeah. Ayan. Thank you muna kasi pinaunlakan mo kami sa aming invitasyon para makausap na ngayong araw na ito, syempre. And to start with, we'll just have a short conversation, getting to know you up close talaga. Para naman makilala ka din ng sambayanan, hindi lang dito sa Santa, but of course in the whole Ilocanza. Malay mo magiging...
Malayo pa yun.
But anyway, to start with, sino ba si Miss Nadine Bello?
Well, okay, let's start with the normal mga information about me. So, I'm 24. I like talking with other people. I like socializing. Siguro kaya rin ako napunta sa ganitong trabaho kasi mahirap yung introvert jobs eh.
Exactly.
I like mingling with other people talaga. So, that's me. Basically, hindi naman sobrang intellectual, hindi naman sobrang below intellectual. So, medyo average lang, common, who likes to talk to other people.
How is Miss Nadine Bello as a friend and as a daughter?
Okay, as everything.
As
Okay,
everything.
so parang, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, pero most of my family and friends, minsan napapagod sila. Kasi parang sobrang, nagiging mo, kulit-kulit mo. Parang, lalo na dito ngayon sa munisipyo. Parang kasi at first, ang tingin nila sa akin parang super quiet lang, na hindi masyadong nakikipag-usap. No, sobrang hindi talaga. Kasi ang hirap, ang quiet lang. So, pag dito, yun yung siguro masasabi nila sa akin na kailangan makipag-usap.
Correct.
Kailangan, uy, kamusta ka na kuya? Kamusta ka naman na manong mo? Kailangan din kasi parang you feel less alone when you talk to many people.
Exactly. And that is one good trait or quality of a leader naman talaga.
Yes.
Marunong maghalubilo sa mga tao, di ba? Eh, napansin ko na, nung una pa lang ito nakita kanina talaga. We have something in common. Kaya nga naging host din ako.
Di ba? Ayun ko, kung hindi ako napunta dito sa trabaho ko, malamang
Host ka na rin
nasa
yun.
media ako.
Nasa Wake Up Ilocos ka na. Mali natin.
Anyway,
Anyway, ito yung next question from Miss Nadine. Can you give us can you tell us something about your educational background?
okay, educational background. So, yung elementary ko, nag-aral ako sa St. Paul College of Ilocos Sur sa Bantayan. Doon. Tapos, noong time yun, sobrang common student pa lang, wala. Mahilig na kami sa mga jazz and blues tournament, ganyan, mga text, gano'n. Pero wala pang attainments talaga noong time yun. Tapos, high school, St. Mary's College of Quezon City.
So, nag-transfer ka?
Nag-move ako sa Manila noon. Tapos nung time na doon ako na-involve. So medyo active na ako sa English club, sa debate club. Tapos sa school paper, nagsusulat-sulat na rin. Pero nothing major. Kasi mga minor things lang. Tapos ano ba ba? Doon ko unang na-feel na, I think I can be a leader. Kasi nung third year high school ako, doon ako naging parang class president.
Wow.
Tapos nagsunod-sunod na doon na parang class president, naging secretary ng
Club.
club, debate club, gano'n. Tapos nung fourth year ko, dahil kailangan ko ng magandang, not naman resume, ano ba yun, for college.
Profile? Or...
Parang gano'n, a good profile for college. Nag-run ako for president ng Peer Volunteers Club. Parang ano yun parang psychology for your fellow students. Tapos nakuha ko naman siya. Tapos from there, siguro dun na nag-start.
Talagang
active ko.
nag-earn ka ng mga credentials.
Oo, kasi yun lang, parang for college, gusto ko good college, gano'n. Tapos, yung college, nag-aral din ako sa UST. Kinuha ko BS Psychology, so for 2 years yun. And then, on my third year, na-realize ko na it's not my calling. So, nag-move ako to Consolacion College, Manila. Tapos doon ko na-delake yung AB Mass Communication. Major in broadcasting. So after nun, nag-aral ako for 3 years. Tapos, nag-graduate na ako. Tapos, nag-decide na ako to run for office.
For office na talaga.
Yun lang, ganun lang.
Are you employed to any other company or something after graduation?
Okay, that's good question. Kasi, for example, ang ano kasi noon, ang filing of candidacy was December 2009. Tapos, parang, syempre nag-aaral ako, middle of my thesis yun. As in, what? Okay, sige, let's do this. Tapos, March, kunyari today graduation ko, start ng campaign bukas.
Wow.
So parang, nag-graduate ako, kinuha ko yung diploma ko, tapos the next day, umuwi na ako dito.
So wala ka talagang parang matagal na preparation for your campaign?
Wala. Yun na yun. As in, go.
See how people love you.
Sobrang shocking.
And speaking of that, syempre, paano ka naman nakapasok sa politika? Was it your sole decision talaga or meron yung influence ng inyong mga parents?
Okay, that's a good question again. So, syempre, obviously, most people will think that I was pushed lang, blindly. Kaya lang kasi, nung college din kasi, medyo active na rin ako sa student council. Oo. So parang yung third year ko, secretary ako. Tapos yung fourth year ko, nag-vice president ako. So parang after doon, parang okay, medyo okay naman, parang kaya ko. Tapos nung yun nga, as I was telling you kanina, December, last filing of candidacy, pinag-usapan namin ng grandfather. Parang, do you want to do something, parang something that will change Santa, ganyan. Tapos parang ako, paano ba yun? So parang hindi ko alam, pwede ba ako? Kasi 22 lang ako, ganyan. So parang doon ko na-realize na pwede pala. Na as early as 20, you can help change the community. So yun, so parang sabi ko, sige, let's do this.
As young as that. So is it within your blood talaga?
Yes. Well, kasi my grandfather, the late Joe Mello, he was a mayor for I'm not sure, maybe 10 years. Pero bata pa tayo noon. Bata pa tayo noon. Tapos, even the current mayor now and the vice mayor, somehow we are related. So, parang feeling ko talagang medyo nasa akin.
Pero mom and dad mo?
Mom and dad kasi they're both government employees. Yes. Pero sa house namin, House of Eloise talaga, no one was really as into it as the side of Lolo Joe. So, maybe, ako yung first from our house. From the House of Eloise.
So, it's a milestone sa
I think so. Oo, parang medyo milestone siya. I'm here.
Okay, so pinag-uusapan naman na natin ang politics. So, kumusta naman ang iyong term as Sangguniang Bayan member, Miss Nadine?
So, it's bittersweet.
Talang bumubot.
Bittersweet siya. Kasi, syempre, bata. So, marami pa ako talagang hindi alam. Kasi, akala mo madali lang siya, pero napakahirap pala talaga.
Was there a feeling na parang na-insecure ka kasi ikaw yung pinakabata sa lalo na pagkasama mo yung mga batikan na sa politics?
Oo naman. Kasi syempre, kunyari sa taas, kapag mag-session, may mga process kasi yun eh. Sila, wala, ganyan. Kalmado lang sila, na nagsasalita. Ako, talagang nagsuscurry ako for yung mga, ano yung sinasabi, parang gano'n. Kailangan ko talagang pag-aralan. So, nagbasa ako ng mga libro, lalo na sa local government good. Kailangan kong basahin yun para maintindihan ko yung mga discussion. Tapos yun, kasi sobrang sobrang warm, sobrang helpful. Natulungan nila ako sa mga questions, gano'n. Tapos lagi nila ako sinasabihan kung ano yung nangyayari.
Gina-guide naman.
Oo, may guidance naman talaga. So, okay naman.
Tsaka what is important naman talaga is you have the heart, di ba? Sa ginagawa.
Kung gusto mo naman talaga yung ginagawa, it will show.
Exactly.
Kahit na marami ka pang hindi alam. Basta willing ka to learn. Okay.
So ano na yung mga projects na nagawa mo para sa mga constituents mo and what are your future plans pa rin for your constituents also?
That's a good question. So, nag-start ako 2010. Medyo sobrang kinakapa ko pa nun. So, yung first ordinance ko ever to make was Magna Carta for Disabled Persons.
Wow.
So, meron na siya sa national law, pero in-adopt namin siya dito sa bayan para magamit siya ng mga disabled people. So, ngayon, meron akong pondo para sa mga intelligent na disabled. So, pwede silang pumunta sa tanggapan ng DSWD para i-avail yun.
Ano yung mga benefits na nakukuha mo?
Okay, so yung kunyari, wala siyang natanggalan siya ng paa, or for example, nawala siya ng kamay. Pwede siyang humingi ng financial assistance from the DSWD. Kasi syempre, mahirap ang trabaho with only one hand or one foot. Ganun. Or even blindness and deafness, meron din siyang help.
Lahat ng disabilities.
Lahat ng disabilities.
Pwede siya. Napakaganda ng project na yan.
Kasi di ba ako?
Oo, ipagpatuloy mo yun. Okay, so what Ilocano traits do you possess na sa tingin mo ay nakatulong sa'yo na naging successful na Sangguniang Bayan member?
Okay, ano pa ba? Siguro kung meron man pagiging patient, yung anos to help other people. Kasi, kunyari, in a community of family or friends, kaya mo yan as one person. Pero in a community na ganito kalaki, kailangan talaga sobrang tatrabahuin mo yan. Kasi may mga taong nakatira sa bundok, may mga taong nakatira sa dagat. Kailangan mo silang pupuntahan, kailangan mo silang kakausapin.
You need to reach out.
Oo, you have to reach out. And one more thing kasi, hindi pare-pareho ng isip ang mga tao eh. So, kailangan mo rin maging patient in reaching out. Lalo na iba-iba ng kultura at saka yung age gap.
Exactly.
Sobrang minsan mahirap kasi bata lang ako. Pero yun, okay naman dahil dun sa patience na yun, natutunan kong mag-mingle sa mga labas sa edad ko. Tsaka labas sa nakalakihan kong kultura.
Regardless of age.
Oo, regardless of age talaga, kailangan you have to be very patient.
Okay, so eto na. Do you have any message na final words for all the viewers out there or lahat ng mga constituents mo?
Yes, okay. So, I would like to thank everyone who participated and helped sa Women's Month celebration. It was unforgettable to work with these people, especially with the DSWD, with our dear Mayor JJ Boyeng III, and with all the participants, especially from the coastal areas, and with the teachers for letting us give talks and symposiums sa mga schools. And kasi we are currently having school-to-school symposiums about child abuse, about child trafficking, para malaman ng mga bata yung mga karapatan nila at saka para huwag silang matakot magsumbong. Lalo na yung mga rape victims, mga harassed children. So they have to know na meron silang mga karapatan at dapat silang mag-voice out kung meron. So, there. Sana po magtuloy-tuloy po yung pakikipagtulungan ninyo sa amin. Huwag po kayong magsasawa sa mga maliliit naming proyekto. Yun po. Maraming salamat.
So, there you have it guys, si Miss Nadine Bello. Thank you so much Miss Nadine sa papaundak sa amin sa aming imbitasyon syempre. At bago yan, gusto mo na iabot itong napakagandang bouquet. Syempre, para lang sa napakagandang dalaga. Thank you so much. That's from Core TV family, and of course, we'd like to thank Vegan Flower Shop located at Salcedo Street, Vegan City para sa napakagandang bouquet natin for Miss Nadine Bello. Good luck sa iyong endeavor Miss Nadine. I know at that young age marami ka pang magagawang mga projects at marami ka pang matutulungan ng mga kabataan or even the senior citizens. I know your projects are really great. As in, saludo ako sa iyo dahil sa napakabata mo pero you have brilliant minds and brilliant ideas to support and to help your constituents. Once again, thank you so much Miss Nadine. There you have it guys. We have already featured another pride of Ilocania na si Miss Nadine Bello. So till next episode of Ilocano segment here in Wake Up Ilocos. So we will be right back. And that was Miss Nadine Bello para sa ating featured Ilocano Act segment natin.
Yes.
Siyempre napakabata kapatid pero bonggang-bongga.
Napakaganda rin
Oo
yan,
naman.
diba?
Kung makilala mo lang siya sa personal as in bagay na bagay siya sa Core TV.
O, diba? Talaga lang eh, no? May
Hello, Miss Nadine.
May pagpaparamdam na, mga dialogue yung mga ganyan.
Malay mo, di ba?
O, diba? Why not, diba?
Okay.
Yes, at sa pagbabalik ng Wake Up Ilocos, makakapanayam natin ang homegrown talent ng ABS-CBN na si Miss Embra Shook.
And let's ride with the waves at tuklasin ang naibang sport na swak na yung summer, ang kite surfing.
Lahat ng yan sa pagbabalik ng
Wake Up Ilocos!